Good morning. Hang on. Okay, let's try it again. Good morning. I had forgot to plug my mic in. Um, I am a hot mess today. My hair is so horrible, and I know. I need a haircut really, really bad. It is, for me, my hair is like super, super long right now, and I do not need to cut it myself because, that would turn out really bad. And I know some of you girls are thinking about it. Don't do it. Don't cut your own hair. Just wait. Okay. I want to go over what we're going to be doing today. So give me just a second to pull up our screen of what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to double check and make sure you can see it. You can. Okay, so today you're doing 3-2, and this is AMI day 3, and this is about parallel lines with transversals. Okay, so yesterday we talked about just lines with transversals and the angles that are created, and today we're taking it one more step and talking about parallel lines with those angles. Now, whenever you're doing like yesterday's work, we can't figure out what all of these angles are just knowing one. But when you have parallel lines with transversals, you can totally, if you know one angle, you can find the rest of them. And it's all based on those angle relationships. So remember, anytime you're looking at something like this, you have to think, okay, what do I know about these angles? So, like, what do we know about angle 1 and angle 2? They're supplementary, right? They are a linear pair. That's the terminology we use for that angle relationship. 1 and 2 are a linear pair because they add up to 180 degrees. So if we know what angle 1 is, we can find angle 2 by doing 180 minus the value for angle 1, right? Well, what about angle 1 and 3? What do we know about them? That's right, they're vertical, right? So if we know one of the values, we know the other value is exactly the same thing. 1 and 3 are vertical. Okay? If we are talking about angle 1 and angle 4, what do we know about them? Well, they are also a linear pair, just like angle 1 and 2 are. So they are also supplementary, right? Now, what about angle 1 and angle 8? What do we know about those two? Well, remember yesterday we talked about how they are outside those lines. That makes them exterior, right? And they're on the same side of the transversal. That makes them consecutive. So angle 1 and angle 8 are consecutive exterior angles. And what we know about consecutive exterior angles is that they are supplementary also. And we can prove that because remember we just said that angle 1 and angle 4 are supplementary. Remember that? Well, if angle 1 and angle 4 are supplementary, and we know that angle 4 and angle 8 are in the same location on those two lines, that makes them corresponding. Excuse me, my allergy is about to drive me crazy. We know that angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding. That makes them congruent. Well, if 1 and 4 are supplementary, right? 1 and 4 are supplementary, and 4 and 8 are congruent, then that makes 1 and 8 congruent also. Okay? What about angle 4 and angle 6? What are their relationships to each other? Well, they are opposite sides of the transversal. That makes them alternate. They are inside those two parallel lines. That makes them interior. So they're alternate interior angles. And alternate interior angles are congruent, right? And we also know that that's the case based on, 2 and 4. 2 and 4 are vertical, right? So that means they're congruent to each other, and 2 and 6 are corresponding, so that makes them congruent to each other, so 4 and 6 must be congruent also. What about 1 and 7? Well, angle 1 and angle 7 are outside those parallel lines. That makes them exterior. They're opposite sides of the transversal. That makes them alternate. So they are alternate exterior angles and they are congruent to each other. And once again, we could go through a series of how do we know this, right? Now, let me switch over where you guys can see me. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Up. Here we go. Okay, so you guys know how to do this. This is not a new concept. I'm just refreshing your memory so that you remember how to do it. Okay, you've got this. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're healthy, happy. I miss you. I do not miss grading your papers, but I do miss you. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.